दे रहा है और वो लोग सीधा ब्रिज थे और नियॉन के साथ घुस रहे वो लोग सीधा flooding.
What do you do here? Is Jing? I mean, orbs are being snatched. Nongshim mid-maxing, just trying to find anything.
I have the spike.
Looks back. Top of the
ऐसे
plant.
कैसे दिन आ गए भाई ये भी PRX जैसी है
Not
लेकिन
buying into it.
एकदम डब्लू को पा रहे हैं
Okay. Finds a jump on a one, but just doesn't have the time. Gonna have to sprint it in now. Try to get this plant down. Only a couple seconds remaining, and he's gonna be staved off. So we'll just have to tuck it in the corner and hold on to this weapon.
टाइम ही नहीं है.
Round wins continuing to evade Paper X.
बहुत हो रहा है. अरे कहाँ से भाई दो बंदा अगर स्टन में रहेगा नेड में वो लोग हिलते रहेंगे तो लोग कहाँ से फाइट करने मिलेगा?
This just can't keep happening. I mean, Paper X is looking to get shut out again by Nongshim on a map. Their map pick. I mean, they're just having such a hard time getting through the Cypher util. Just seems like they're not kind of remembering
इसका
how this
भी हो गया
map
बस
functions.
इनके का बाकी
Cypher's
तो
unusual on this map
बाकी
at
तो
all.
मरने
Very
फिक्स थे
common.
एकदम.
You're just falling into these traps.
सिर्फ इनवी का हो गया था थोड़ा.
Credit to Ivy, setting them up nicely, capitalizing. Oh, Devi, you are in a world of trouble, my friend.
Back away with that, he's going to be able to pursue. Devi still does manage to find one. Good for his troubles. There's Downbeat just going to be taking that rope across. Meanwhile, Indy says, hey, how's it going? As we might just be having another incident! A bit too overzealous!
Okay, take a break, guys.
As Nongshim do get caught. It's not an ace, it's not all of them, but it's pretty damn close.
मेरा हो गया भाई.
I didn't think I'd ever see that again.
Yeah.
I thought that was a once in a... Now, granted, this wasn't all 5 players.
What time is it in Berlin? Good morning, Crashies.
Yeah, I
Hope
was
you're
about
tuning
to
in.
say. Wake him up if he's not already watching.
This round let's use it, boys.
Let's have some fun.
माँ कसम से इतना टाइम बाद ये मैप आया फिर भी वो इंसिडेंट याद है.
So, it's going to be an attack towards this B side of the map. Trying to get Devi once again into the underpass.
Yep, should be able to do that. It's just... That's going to be the answer. You have no orbital strike here, so...
Initiated.
Have to chew through this as Nongshim. They're looking to stick around a little bit longer. They're playing this a little bit more aggressive than the last one.
Trying to delay the entries here from Paper Rex, but with them all coming through on that north side.
अब देखो ट्रिप बता रहे बीमेन कोई नहीं है. वो लोग को बीमेन देखने की भी जरूरत नहीं है.
All right. Well, I mean,
वो लोग को बीमेन कुछ यूटिल डालने का जरूरत नहीं है. स्टन नेड कुछ डालने का जरूरत नहीं है. जो भी आ रहा है साइट में आ रहा है.
Into the corner here. Meanwhile, the orbital strike going to be called in. Gets a spot there. This is a meat grinder. The Nongshim are trying to push their way into it. Cross does manage to persevere for a second kill. Looks for that third. Managed to make it happen. Adami cannot find that little transfer over. So with the 3K will get Paper Rex a 4th round win.
एक सेकंड ये राउंड कैसे?
Well, that was a phenomenal half for Nongshim.
ब्रिमल्ट की वजह से मजाक
Really got to credit the way that
से.
they're using their util in particular. It is really giving Paper Rex fits. The way they're able to control space. They have so many stuns, so much ability to layer, especially on like arcade on the B side. You know, that's where you want to get the close plants as Paper X. A is a little bit harder to control usually as
8-4 is not bad.
At times it felt like some of the positionings of Ivy's util and Ivy himself literally lost some rounds, so
But ambitious neon
maybe, you know, again, that was Nongshim's side pick, so maybe this attacker side is weaker for them, but kind of don't feel like it is. This is an attacker-sided team.
आधे लोग तो वो एक्ट खेलना छोड़ देंगे मेरे हिसाब से.
Really good buffer going into the second half for Paper
See
Rex.
the next act
have to
हो
have
गया
their
मेरा.
eyes on this pistol. See how they're going to be faring.
कौन सा मैच है ये? लंदन
Double
क्वालिफायर्स.
duelists.
चैट 6000 लोग देख रहे हैं. स्ट्रीम को लाइक कर दो मेरी जान के
Defend their
डोडो.
side to try to fight their way out, take space and take map control early.
भाई कुछ मेरे को एक बात बताओ, कुछ क्रेजी नहीं होएगा अगर नोंगशिम लंदन भी जीत गया तो? हाँ कुछ क्रेजी नहीं होएगा?
This pistol very important. I mean, Paper X needing to slow this down. Xross continues to just murder Paper X. He was obliterating them in
This is
Santiago.
first map.
Right back to it on the tail.
Possible था जब तक nerf नहीं होता.
Go, go, go.
And again,
Hit
his
for
util
is
so
very
impressive,
bad.
the way
And
he's staggering it, the way he's controlling.
Hello, इनको बस भी नहीं होना है.
They're just waiting out their time a little bit here. But Paper X
ए
has a
PRX
good
का भी
read.
same है बे.
Nongshim does
4-1.
commit to this. It's the stack.
Spot out.
PRX का भी same है बे.
As
वो टाइम पे बस cypher था.
it's got to back well up, and he almost dies.
हाँ.
This time on the iPad. Meanwhile, something trying to hold the door. Will be able to find a second kill. Zinvi, piece of the pie, goes his way as Francis will fall.
Player standing.
Couple kills in
भाई
trade here, but
same
now
ना
Sonic
लेकिन
lost the last one standing.
खेलने का तरीका
Mike still there on the floor. What's he decided to do? More util, no more salvos.
जी का क्या फिर
Smoke cycle
जी
forward.
चैम्प्स भाई ये मास्टर्स शर्म आते क्या रे तुम लोग को
Go for the underpass approach, but
चैम्प्स
be
भाई
playing this one straight up. Cleaning out the smoke a bit. Meanwhile, Envy for these jump peaks. At some point, catching a headshot. It's not quite going to have the
PRX only भाई दोनों का लेकिन प्ले स्टाइल सेम है बे डिट्टो सेम है बे
kill for himself. So, Paper
डिट्टो
Rex
सेम है
making 1-1 in
डिट्टो
pistol,
सेम
starting off the half right.
Yeah, this is again just a hard read from Paper X that goes their way. Being really patient here, even though Forsaken almost had an oopsies with the aftershock. That's okay. He's got a crossfire set up right outside of the ramp.
PRX facing the Prime W Gaming
Pretty good.
सेम ही है
Overall
भाई
stuff. Aim looking a little bit better now. I mean, frankly, part of that first half as well was Paper X just looking shaky. I mean, just some kind of eyebrow-raising aim mistakes you don't see that team make very often. Actually, Jing with the Marshall. That is not usual. He's not bad with it, of course, but you know, obviously with something on the neon, you want to put him on the judge. Francis gets tagged up. A little bit of spray there from the Bulldog from Forsaken.
सिटी से घूमता
Just
था
going to try a different direction. Right into Jing's crosshairs, potentially. See if they commit.
Oh
What's
shit
Kurt really work with here? Double ban.
Shot.
There you go. Chest shot more
ये
than
लेने
Tambi. As a pink shell lobbed in, RB
पड़ा
forced away.
पड़ा
Trying to
डैमेज
grab that
पड़ा
orb.
ये ले
Cycle
बॉय
in. First orbital strike of the half will be
एक हो
denied, I
जाए
believe.
डबल सैचल अंजुम
Meantime, something is just here.
Aye.
He's not going to be ready for this. Judge will claim him.
कैसे आरबी भाई
We'll pivot across,
कौन सी
but
डिश खानी है
How panned out the players are. They know exactly where Nongshim are headed.
भाई सेक्सी एक साथ तो खेल रहे हैं
Something.
One enemy
And
remaining.
just able to avoid the shots. Divide from behind. We'll have him covered. Comes up with the kills, and that is a
भाई एक
flawless
दूसरे के साथ खेल तो रहा है भाई
Correct.
यूटिल्स पे
That's massive.
लग रहा है कमबैक
Now you start to really
Comeback
get some
लग रहा है।
confidence as Paper X. I mean, when it came to their eco on the other side,
हाँ
they took almost everything away from Nongshim. Just Ivy survived.
आ
and they're
रहा है,
coming through on
smell
a
आ रहा
flawless.
है।
You got to feel like this defender side actually going to be pretty clean, and maybe Nongshim actually has
भाई मेरे को एक बार
shortage
वो
of
वाला स्ट्रैट दिखाओ
ideas
ना
and
मेरा वाला
strategies
प्लीज
or just effective ones at
पीछे
that.
से गाफ मारो स्ट्रैट
We'll see.
Go, go, go.
हाँ बी में एक
Very
बंदा
pivotal
जाएगा
round in this
चार
map.
बंदे पीछे से
Paper
अभी
X
जो कर रहे हैं
wins it.
उसका उल्टा साइफर अब वहाँ
I feel
पे
like this
अकेला है
actually
उल्टा चार
going
बंदे
to be
पीछे
theirs
से
to take
साइफर यहाँ से ऐसे
Actually take a series. He slides on by, catches a smidge of damage, but give you at least tree control here. Nongshim looking for
Right there.
some kind of aggressive play,
मत कर
expecting somebody from tunnel because they don't really have that angle covered. The cam is so far back. Could sneak a player through there potentially, maybe, but have to be diligent. Doesn't catch a glimpse of Envy there, tucked behind the box. That might lead them to believe
वो
that
लोग
they
स्टन
can take some
किसके
aim
कांटेक्ट पे
control.
कर रहे हैं लेके
That's actually going to be just fine with
कोई
Paper X.
वही
It looks
नहीं
like
है
they're so well situated. They could throw those nades through the door, devise right there. You can use Envy's utility. It's a
हाँ
great trap set up by Paper X.
साउंड के लिए रुके क्या
Even if they just get the visual
Swarm
contact.
grenade out.
Oh my
Will
god
just be open, Domby. Speed
ये
faster
क्या
on the
किया
draw.
वो
The
लोग
line
हैं?
going to be struck down. It's Domby doing the
वो तो
scale
sound
forward
ही नहीं
stance,
दिया
taking
उसने।
more and more spaces. Jing gets forced back around the corner, and then Ivy strikes from on high.
Last player
Arriving on
standing.
that dish
Oh.
side.
कोच भड़कने वाला है
30 seconds left.
And I can hear a very unhappy coach
कोच
downstairs.
भड़कने वाला है
It's just something with a judge. See if he can get a drop of blood out of Nongshim in this round.
कोच भड़कने वाला है 101%
Bonus conversion would have been so massive for Paper X.
ब्रीच का जो पोजी है डिश पे अगर कुछ आ गया तो स्टन दे भी नहीं पाएगा एमएन हेल्प करने के लिए.
Let's recover that. X-Ross. Oh, maybe sussed out. Wonder if the shoulder was spotting, peeking through that.
हाँ भाई कुछ कम
Just
चाहिए.
had a solid sense of it
Heavy
either
left
way.
right
Doesn't
heavy.
have to find a second kill. Opportunities for some more damage dealt.
अगर वो लोग फास्ट आते थे ना तो वो लोग रेडी
These
थे.
Nongshims, no matter what.
साउंड पे वो लोग स्टन डालेगा, यहाँ से वो नेट डालेगा, दरवाजा खोलेगा, 2 बंदे यहाँ से मारेंगे, वहां से वो बाद में ब्लाइंड देगा.
Timing there. Will be able to
पूरा
keep
एकदम
Francis
रेडी थे वो लोग.
So, free
लेकिन
kick for something
डाम भी
in the
वॉक
round.
करके आके
Goes to
दरवाजा खोल
Nongshim.
के मार दिया भाई.
Still, that ends up not being that bad for PRX, despite how bad it looked.
Shout out, love you यार.
Getting 3 kills there with Nongshim's economy.
Love you.
It's going to force
Shut
them
up,
to
Dilya.
have to make some decisions.
Hey.
Zombie just so ready for that. Just had a great read on that there might be a player right out there. So then the
Peekaboo
trap
kill
that
दिया.
PRX is trying to set up where, you know, you hear some of that movement, you hear something, or you just get a sense of a timing there, gets disrupted by that. Oh my God.
3 गन गिरा है भाई. अभी राउंड चाहिए भाई. गन वन नहीं, अभी राउंड चाहिए भाई.
But the best laid plans just
गन वन नहीं,
unraveled
ये
by
राउंड
that
अगर
one kill
नॉन्गशिम
there.
जीत गया गेम सीधा.
Done early.
Jing. Oh, he's just doing his classics
भाई
here.
वो वाला सैचल चैट.
Finds 2 quick ones.
ऊपर चढ़ने वाला
Dive,
सैचल.
bottom of sands. The Nabi is just not ready for it at all.
भाई
Very good
कितना
round of
सेक्सी है ना.
response
वहां
here
से
from
स्टन, यहाँ से डबल सैचल.
Clearly hadn't looked back through their homework for quite some time. Jing catching him off guard.
भाई सेक्सी है, सेक्सी है. उसने
Up
भी
on
में
top
स्टन
of the
भी दिया
box.
रहेगा अपना नियॉन
Not
ने.
really be able to happen. And how many times he's done it. Now Ivy's
भाई
just put
दिखाओ,
the box in
please.
on dish side. Francis, was trying to make his way to the rope, and we'll just take the fight. So okay,
That was something.
it's a freebie.
Yeah.
Don't see them getting the round off this one.
नहीं, हल्का सा गोल्डन कीबोर्ड के पे माउस मिल जाता
Maybe if
तो.
they line up for Ivy, then suddenly they can make a go of it. But Francis with just the 9 health,
हाँ? कोई सीन नहीं.
try to play this quietly. Maybe
कोई सीन नहीं.
rotate,
होता
re-wrap
है,
back through
होता
the
है.
road side, see if he can catch someone off guard. But PRX, they're still fairly
30
spread
seconds
out
left.
here. So Francis will just tuck in at bench, and look to hold on to the weapon.
He's only 1 away from a rolling thunder, so obviously you want to keep
That
this
was
gun.
something bad.
Footsteps.
Language. Hey Francis, how's you?
10
On
seconds
the
left.
angle, paint shell's not clear, and I'm
भाई
out.
almost check
Thunder
किया
now
बे.
online. Should have heard Devi. Now is going to be stunned up into the corner. Can he hit the shot? No. Devi will take him down.
Go!
PRX continue to try to fight back.
Yeah, I mean, again,
मेरा-
other than a
मेरा
little bit of
primitive team?
whippiness from some of the PRX players overall,
मेरा प्रिम्पेटिव VCT पहुंच गया.
quintessential PRX on this map. It's the deep smoke to set him up that he
Ah
can see right over.
ये.
That's a patented
ए उधर ही वो लोग ने
Jing
ब्रिज टर्न
special.
किया था.
Forsaken on the smokes to tee him up.
ना?
No, Forsaken's not going to get any assists there. He absolutely deserves them. And Jing up to 16, 1 away from a showstopper. Something with an
Third
outlaw.
day
Seeing that
Just
weak economy
normal.
of Nongshim. It's coming back to bite him. He created. Able to do a lot of damage. So shotgun for Dombi. So shocker. Yeah.
भाई वो लोग का पूरा एंटी डिस सेटअप है भाई
That's
PRX
the
का.
showstopper in hand. So this round, as Nongshim, now you kind of think, well, if we can get some of these ults out, who knows?
नेट चालू कर. नेट चालू किया.
Flash through that sand, side to side across the Tommy, able to find the one with that bucket. Now Francis joining in. Backs up, finds Envy, and suddenly weapon can be upgraded. Showstopper not going to be connecting, but Jing shot will. Francis
टीम को मारा
fallen.
अल्टी.
Weapons now not recovered. Still just that stinger and 2 classics in hand here for Nongshim.
मेरे को ये साइफर का पोजी एकदम बाप क्यों लग रहा है?
Not spotting out X-Ross at all, but will eventually do
Bro,
so.
क्या रीड है?
Last pack around, swings in, finds himself a third.
क्या है ये साइफर का पोजी?
Now it's
कैसे
all
डिफ्यूज
on
रखेगा?
Ivy, who's going to be caught off guard. Forsaken storms his way through the door to the fuse to come in, and PRX suddenly knocking on Nongshim's door.
Well-
1 round away from tying it up.
Absolutely. Looked a little bit
Well.
momentarily worrisome.
We
for
are
PRX.
back.
I mean, Dombi just doing
We
Dombi
are
things,
back,
and running at you
boys.
with a shotgun and getting a kill, and then you've got a stinger behind it to give you that man advantage. I thought for a second here, man, you might even consider investing that rolling thunder, but it's going to be Francis who gets caught out there.
कसम क्या
Showstopper.
मारा बे?
Understanding where Francis was based on the earlier
भाई
contact.
जिंगू
that
मार
roll.
रहे बे. एक सेकंड ये भी हेडशॉट मारा क्या चल रहा है भाई लोग क्या मार रहे हैं
Gonna be the timeout call from the Nongshim camp. Not happy with how close things have gotten.
I'm kind of curious, what the calls are going to look like here. I think you're probably talking a little bit about maybe trying to work the B side of the map, maybe do some B crunches.
देवी और सज्जनों कृपया मेरे अनाउंसमेंट पे ध्यान दे अंडी मंडी जिसने लाइक नहीं किया हो लेकिन मैं इंसान अच्छा हूँ लाइक नहीं किया तो भी तुम्हारा दिन बहुत प्यारा जाएगा बहुत प्यारा और तुम्हारी एक्स 101% वापस आएगी 101 यप यप यप
Thunder.
Oh, if you think they
Oh, I feel. I
1.6
might get
था
backshot from arcade.
Careful here.
2.8 हो गया हेलो
come in, Zen.
I'm not gonna smoke.
Go
flank, go flank, go flank.
One,
Go flank, guys.
एक्सक्यूज
I'm gonna
मी
stay back, guys. Go aim in, go aim in.
अबे इतना फास्ट तो कभी नहीं हुआ है
Very nice insights from PRX.
रिटेक टाइम क्या रिटेक कर पाएंगे
Go into the round.
नहीं, ये राउंड आ
Site
गया
Gonna be taken for
ये
free
राउंड आ
here
गया
for
उन लोग के पास
Nongshim.
बहुत अल्ट है
Pressure
बहुत
is going
अल्ट
to be applied. RB under fire, tucking into the corner, swings out to his demise.
Hey,
Something
guy.
will find the shot. Rolling Thunder to try to counteract, to flush them back. Dami scaling forward, trying to take that space,
Oh
but now
my
Francis is going to be
God.
thunder damaging on the corner. Swing is able to find two.
Bhai.
It's PRX.
Oh
Just
my
absolutely annihilated.
God, वो
Big
लोग
shot. What's happening
ये
from
round आ रहे
Exos,
जब वो
but
लोग बस
needs so
इतना
many
सारा
more of
अल्ट
those.
है
He will not find any.
वहाँ पे अरबी ने अल्ट
Timeout
क्यों नहीं
beat
मारी
down.
लेके
PRX.
उसको
They
लगा
tie
नहीं
it
कि वो
up at
बाहर आया है
9-9.
This is beautiful
शर्म करो chat, almost
patience
2000
from
likes बढ़े।
PRX and playing that flood of their own
हाँ जी।
really nicely, but getting rid of RB's ult while he's like considering it there momentarily. I think if RB can rip his ult
इतना
here and
बुरा
buy
हूँ
himself
मैं।
a little bit more time, you could set up that extra angle, create some angle density at that A
भाई
hall
वो लोग
position.
इतना अल्ट अबे अरबी ने क्यों अल्ट ने मारा उसको
Instead, he
साउंड
kinda
आया
gets
स्क्रीन का उसको
Caught
स्टन
second
मिला
guessing himself. Does he want to
वो
invest it?
अल्ट
But then
मारता
PRX
तो
is able to fan
और
out,
उसको
take
बाद में
control
बैकअप
of rope,
मिलता
get
था
away
ना
from
तीन
those
बंदे का
ults.
तो साउंड आया था उसको
Nongshim just gets smothered
पागल
there.
आदमी
So
पाप
they are gonna
लगेगा।
hang on to the orbital strike.
इससे
They
ज्यादा
do
और
have
क्या
the
पाप
Armageddon.
लग गया।
Nearly an overdrive as well if Nabi can find a charge.
Kind of almost a repeat here of the round and away.
Yeah. Very quickly.
फिर
get
से
themselves in
retake।
position. Ivy this time. Tucked away behind the box and something. Oh,
The
it took him a second to
बेशरम भाई
realize, but
क्या
eventually turns back and finds the
ओह
kill.
माय गॉड ये क्या
That one up
मोमेंट है
ahead of that Armageddon will be held at bay. Pushed right into Tommy's open arms. Kill found there is Rolling Thunder now going to be opened up as well. Tommy sliding back into Hall.
Abhi
Able
Maharaj.
to avoid that orbital strike. Holding back the two players on this approach. Devi, however,
Oh,
will find the
baap
one
re.
with another showstopper going to be thrown in.
Baap.
Lob past Tommy, but Ching just gets the Phantom out. Does a quick little leg workout as well.
भाई वो लोग
PRX
कैसे
will find themselves in the lead.
कैसे जीत रहे
For the
मॉली
first time
स्टन
on this map, they're
अल्टी
taking the lead.
फिर नियॉन स्टन
And
नियॉन अल्टी
it
लेग
looks so
स्लाइड एक और
similar. I
ब्रिज
mean, Nongshim
स्टन
here,
एक
a
और
little bit of a
मॉली
minor
वहां से
adjustment. They're
ब्लाइंड
using
इधर
that
से
Armageddon
ब्लाइंड
again to create a little bit of extra space. They're anticipating the Diana to go past it, so they have the stun ready for that. That's a nice little setup. But then you've got this Outlaw to contend with. Devi has that extra angle, and he starts breaking it open. Jing is really on point right now. Sure, the showstopper misses, but his aim is outrageously good. He has been absolutely frying here, especially in the second half.
अभी लीड पे आ गया ना
Dami
भाई
has a
जिंग 23 और 12 है चैट 23 and 12 और अटैकिंग ऑफ लिया है उसने ओह माय गॉड
Well, okay, well, Francis able to find
Whoa.
two, and Domby does manage to catch them off guard.
एक
Something
सेकंड
dead.
सब बहुत प्यारा था लेकिन ब्रिज के इधर
Has
होना
to
चाहिए था
change
कि
up in the
नहीं
weaponry. Does end up working out for them, at least for the moment. In
वो एंगल से हटा सकता है
2v4.
आफ्टर मार के भाई आफ्टर शॉक वाला इधर रहता था ओह माय गॉड एब्सोल्यूट सिनेमा होता था
How much you want to
Nongshim
bet
के साथ।
something went, okay, I'm buying an op now. That's
पॉसिबल
That's it.
पॉसिबल
I mean,
पॉसिबल
gloves are off.
पॉसिबल
Well, could.
पॉसिबल है
Sure ops on the neon.
Oh yeah,
Typically looks good with it.
I know exactly
very doable.
where you are.
Absolutely. The neural theft just to make sure.
They are taking no chances with this one.
थोड़ा पड़ा
Envy's position revealed, backs away, Divide.
Spike
Real
planted.
way to try to utilize this ultimate here.
Excuse
But now
me?
that Francis
Big
does
fan.
get caught in the open, you start to have a bit more wiggle room, but X-Ross. I'll be ready for the corner. Will be able to catch Envy off guard. Got from behind, from that arcade side. 10-10, Nongshim. They keep it tight-knit.
Yeah, for a moment there, I thought Nongshim might just get caught up in this crunch here. Francis able to sidestep. Gets the double with the spray down. Domby's therefore able to wait out the attempted push out by PRX. Put that op. That was a nice little flick too. So let's see. Op, I told you.
I mean, it's a pretty safe bet.
Yeah, I know. That wasn't like I was gambling there.
Yeah. See if they end up clashing, though. That'll be once again. Operator in hand. Stealth drone. Straight out by Ching, and then he peeks right into his sights. Now be striking again. Something not really on much of a forward line. If he swings that corner, the camera will spot him out.
Jing just looking to throw the paint shells or something, and Domby so quick, man. His reaction time is out of this world.
I mean, if Domby could actually start becoming like a world-class opper, then he might just be the most terrifying player in the world.
He would be, hands down.
Okay, well, something. Still damn good with his own. Finds Francis. Ivy on this lurk. Ends up getting overwhelmed. He was just caught a bit off guard on that initial swing. A bit too late to try to open fire. Ends up falling to the wayside. Domby sliding forward. Looks to get rid of the lockdown and does. Only now a 3v3. Still the orbital strike in hand for Forsaken. Something trying to push forward, take some space, and X-Ross just has no idea about this approach. Suddenly player advantage back into the hands of PRX. Something continuing to excel. RB nearly burned to a crisp. Just 3 health remaining. Sends out the molly. Not going to be able to body block that one, but they get the hold up to half. Some damage dealt, but this would be heroics, the likes of which we haven't really seen from RB. As he is just going to be dead on that swing. PRX
You're welcome.
starts looking a bit dicey there, but they managed to stabilize it. Retake the lead by 1.
Well, yeah, their decision here to start clearing some of the flanks while the lockdown is coming through ends up netting them a man advantage in the long run here. This is just a nice little peek out. Even though Domby, again, just going to disrespect your util. Sorry, Devi. And he has the brim stim. Gives him a little extra boost there. Doesn't matter when something has that op.
Nice. Let's go. Well played, Jason. They throw, eh?
His bread and butter. Something now 17 and 14 gets into the positives.
Ivy put under pressure immediately here. The flank comes in, just a full north side crunch. Brilliant stuff here from PRX. Picking apart the isolated player. Now, rotate across towards that south side. Storming their way forward. Nongshim still very much contained over towards the site itself. It's RB. Molly to try to delay the approach from Halls. Will send that one through. Clear the boom bomb. Paint shells, however, at his feet. Puts it down to 85. Jing does manage to get the line of sight. RB going to be taken down. Domby on the approach at Sands, only able to find the one before getting traded out by Forsaken. He's now looking to hold his own at the top of the rope, and hold it he shall! A 3K for Forsaken, and PRX get themselves up to map point.
Oh, gosh.
I've tried explosions.
They're just being so proactive on the map, and the only round it didn't work out was the first round where Domby took the op. Since then, they have been picking on Ivy, clearing him out of that flank, giving them that extra man advantage. That allows Devi to put the turret up in the top, so they know no one's on site because the smoke is on top of the turret. It comes up, it never pings anybody. So they're able to start clearing out these extra angles. Forsaken's so ready for this push in towards spawn.
Timeout.
Final timeout call.
Yep.
Trying to make a go of this. Push
हाँ
this
जी अरे
into
अब
open
आवाज तो भाई है
PRX failed to do. On that
आवाज तो अब आई है दोस्तों
road. Got so very close, but fell shy of the mark. Nongshim might be able to do just that. Need 2 in a row. As you can see, the economy is not been in a good state at all this entire half.
No. They've been constantly on a knife's edge. You know, maybe able to squeeze in a rifle or two on some of these ecos. One of them, they couldn't get anything in there at all other than the stingers and the bucky. So this time, they're going to have a little bit. They're going to have Domby with a judge. I mean, again, I think I'd like to see some kind of B presence shown here with this comp. I think it suits them a little bit more because the retakes on A have been great for Paper.
More than one injection is in the stream. One
make them go, and you do have the Rolling Thunder. You've got Domby's ult.
One stream, two primary
PRX
injection.
not
Okay.
gonna drop that over. Devi actually gonna grab an Odin? Sure, why not? You've got plenty of cash.
Go, go, go!
He's just trying to set up one of the worst possible.
Grab an Odin? Sure, why not? You've got plenty of cash.
Go, go, go!
He's just trying to set up one of the worst possible traps to fall into on that A side of the map.
Yeah.
Alarm bot into the nano, into the turret, into the spam for the Odin. For now, Nongshim not straying into that side of the map. Something they're trying to take some space. Here's the entry there from Domby. Zaps him a little bit. As it will be a trade on the Neons, but now a trade up is Jing. Over the top. Able to find the one. RB going to be struck down. The Rolling Thunder finding a stun, but Envy staying tucked in at tower. Not been flushed out yet, but Ivy now able to strike for one. Finds Forsaken, pushes up the top, and Envy getting taken down as well. Spike out into the open. Jing watching the angle. Xros needs to find something with that Sheriff. He cannot. The spray is going to be a hair off, and Ivy is able to collect one. So now goes into a 1v1. And Ivy hits a belter. Woo. A massive round from the Cypher. 4K up from Ivy to get Nongshim one away.
Oh my god.
What a round.
Yeah. I mean, PRX reading this pretty well after the timeout. The push up through, you know, something tries to, he hears the sound cues, he hears Domby running by him and is trying to use that against him, but gets popped in the back. Maybe not anticipating they'd be quite that close, but then Ivy comes scaling up. I mean, Envy knows what he's doing, still can't stop him. Again, whiffiness from PRX cost them. Back into the op.
They might just be rewarded here. Looking for it, but no. Warning shots coming through, maybe spotted the comp barrel, but Ivy still delivering here where the team needs him to the most. Finds an opening shot, but something will be able to take out Domby. Removes him from the equation. Xros gonna be good for one, something with another. He's sliding forward with an operator. This man is an absolute lunatic. Calls him his life, and Ivy gonna be called at a time.
Good app, तो ठीक है.
Toggle onto the camera, but now it is just Devi at range with that judge needing to try to rescue a weapon, but also just looking to make noise. Then again, we'll abandon it on the floor. A strong idea. Now a confirmation on his exact position. He's gonna push the smoke. Finds the headshot onto RB, but Francis from tower will strike him down. 12 to 12. This time we managed to go to OT.
All right, let's go.
OT पहला मैच ही OT.
Winning some of those individual battles, taking Jing out of the equation early over at A main. Works a treat, but here we
go.
Decided affair for both of these teams, 8-4 each. Ivy he gets that neural theft too, but didn't play too huge of a role overall. Yeah, it's something there. Just again, not anticipating how fast that Nongshim would be scaling onto site.
Well, that I think he was just like,
मेरी छुरी प्यार करेगी दिल्ली मुझसे बात करेगी दिल्ली तेरू जाओ मेरे साथ चलेगी दिल्ली.
dismay of Alex. Now we go into overtime.
हाँ भी क्या हाल.
The first time between these two teams.
It's just like the pistol round. It's identical.
Have Ivy. Let him get his setup. Let him be the first responder on that B side of the map. Everybody else linger back in the spawn.
हाय हाय कितनी गंदी आवाज लग रही है खुद की.
I think PRX feels somewhat aware of this.
Let's see. Double, triple approach rather over towards Sands. It's Ross.
अभी तक को नोटिफिकेशन आया क्या? पहले नहीं आया था.
Gonna be sent down. Domby on the approach, but Jing.
जिंग यार जिंग fuck भाई.
Lobs it in, finds Domby.
एस हो जाता तो
Kills
नहीं.
around thus far. Could just be looking at an ace.
अभी कर रहा है वो.
Spike planted.
It was the ride of the rope as Francis Hoping and praying, fishing for anything through that smoke.
ए बहन
To be found.
ओके ऑलमोस्ट
Ivy.
एस हो जाता तो ओवर टाइम पे एस.
Jing into this one.
ये देखो अब कोऑर्डिनेशन चेक करना भाई, कोऑर्डिनेशन चेक करना अब इन लोगों का. एस मिलेगा इसको गारंटी.
Ivy just trying to assess where it's all going to be coming from.
ए
Will be able to
टोल्ड
find
यू
it
भाई,
at the end.
टोल्ड यू भाई,
Pace.
टोल्ड यू भाई.
Off overtime. PRX once again up to map point.
Jing is having an unbelievable map.
33 kills. on that.
33? Yeah.
33.
I was just about to say, I think he ended the first half with 28, so that should put him up there. But it's just a pause here. I mean, PRX this time remembers what was going on in that first half, just these floods that Nongshim is trying to attempt, and that pause they take because they're like, we know it's coming. And it's great awareness because Nongshim's go button was
भाई इसने भी नाक पे वो लगाया हुआ है
cleared the tripwire at
ये
the front
चीज.
of A main. That's when Nongshim
चलो
pulled the trigger on the attack.
तुम लोग देखो मैं आया तब
So
तक.
ready for it with their positioning. Jing right there where he needs to be to get maximum value.
His 10th ace in VCT Pacific.
Wow.
And now the final timeout call for PRX as they look to bring this one to a finish. Trying to pump the brakes. Allowing for Nongshim. Those coaches, they get a word back into the players, trying to find some adjustments.
Yeah. I'd be curious what they're talking about because their attacker side was starting to get some momentum, get some legs. Both of these teams closed out their attacker sides with 2 wins in a row. So maybe just really out the defender side even perhaps, but gotta make sure that this one goes, and it's a similar setup here for PRX. 2-3 split on B. Devise util in that position. We saw just a flip of the alarm bot in the nano. It doesn't matter for this round though. This should be a clean B hit. I think PRX this time throw that high-low setup again.
Spot out once again. Option. HL at the ready, lobs it in, interrupts it. The aftershock as well. Stops it from getting the spike planted. The canteen. Relay bolt going to be lobbed through. Francis is stunned up. Slowed here behind the box. There's something, the wall's going to be falling, and so too shall he. RB. Able to find the opening kill. Now player advantage in the hands of Nongshim into the post play. Violent approach, seeing no one back, Jen. Knows they have this space, and this tells them that Nongshim widely going to be corralled. And around this tower side as well as the site. Jing on the push, able to find the one, maybe with another. X-Ross, however, out from tower. Finding the kill. 3 players stacked up. Dombey trying to be the tank. Swings the corner. The hold up to half. But X-Ross gets the 3K, ties it up 13-13, and forces the reset.
Switching sides.
Yeah, this is what I want to see from Nongshim on this map. That's why I was really wanting to see some of these B hits. Now, part of this is because something's out in Narnia there. Just doesn't look comfortable on the resetting with the aim when he comes out of the slides just yet. Not able to find much there. X-Ross, another huge 3K.
Nice.
Go again. This is what we were expecting with these 2 teams at Santiago, man.
Yes.
Exciting back and forth.
Get him.
Get a complete change up in methodology now. They're going all the way out into dish. They're trying to pick on the buy.
Oh, and they shall. Doesn't opt to go for the break on that. Just ends up getting stunned as well by the relay bolt. Meanwhile, ball's falling. Ivy able to find the reset. Gets himself a second as well before getting picked apart. And he sets them up with a 2-player advantage. Some of these moments from PRX just end up looking so very rough.
1 enemy remaining.
Maybe now dead. X-Ross with another shot. And it is all on Jing. Nongshim will get themselves up to map point for the first time, and there's the counter swing. Back in the lead, back in control, Nongshim.
Switching sides.
Looking to bring this to a 15-13 conclusion.
I mean, this is something that PRX was doing to Ivy a few rounds there. As Sentinel player, you're on an island a bit on the other side of the ropes, and
I mean, it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't.
right.
if you break the bug, they know where you are. If you don't, they know where you are.
Right. It's a really rough position to be in as a Sentinel if they decide to commit to that push. So
maybe you're interested in trying it again. Ivy makes a very swift exit from that north side.
Yep.
The full 5-player push, getting ready to come through onto this B site from Nongshim. Meanwhile, PRX have evacuated.
Camera toggle should have seen that, so they should know that B is going to be pretty open. 3 players.
It's going to allow them to get pretty deeply entrenched as Nambi holding tower here with that judge in hand.
Ooh.
Sends out the relay bolt though. Inch on the aftershock. Will zone it back for the moment, but he wants to try to refill this space. Jing, however, that quick peek on the corner, still able to find Francis, but Nambi will be able to trade one back. The Molly now gets lobbed in, and Ivy again on this approach to that arcade side. Good for a kill on a Forsaken, but cannot find the follow-up. Divide. Time, Nambi maybe struck down suddenly. PRX, player advantage in their hands, but RB, despite the 8 punch, is able to find himself another. And now it is something with the op, finds the first flick. 10 health remaining. The classic would kill. RB is just playing a ring around the Rosie! But something finds a shot, but does he have the time? The defuse to come through. And he just does not have it.
Oh!
15 to 13! 0.2 seconds off. Nongshim showing up on PRX's pick of Fracture.
That was a crazy back and forth. Both playing defender side really well on Fracture. Nice to see the map back, but Nongshim finally getting a win on this map. That is their first ever, and they get it against one of the best to ever play the map. This is just feeling like maybe Nongshim's gonna do it again.
Maybe they will, but for now, let's send it down to Jen, who's gonna be standing by with Nongshim's coach.
Overtime right off the bat. It was Nongshim that walked away victorious. Now I have Coach Slokunen next to me to talk about the first map. Coach Slokunen, what are your general thoughts on Fracture? Because you guys haven't played this map since last year. Had a nice lead in the beginning, and then we started to kind of question the value of Breach Taeho because you guys struggled a bit in the second half, and then you guys pushed it to overtime, and now you have Fracture in the back. So what are your thoughts on how that map played out for you? 감독님, 일단은 1세트 전반전에는 상당히 리드를 잡고 흐름을 타는 모습이었는데요. 후반전 가면서 많이 따라잡혔습니다. 아무래도 이 1년 전과 같은 조합이 통할까라는 생각이 많은 분들이 보시면서 들기도 했었을 텐데요. 전반적으로 프랙처에서 경기 어떻게 판단하시는지 궁금하네요.
저희가 프랙처 나오고 나서 솔직히 생각보다 많이 하지 못했거든요. 그래서 지금 어느 정도 스크림에서 많이 나오는 조합이기도 하고 저희가 어느 정도 지금 당장 할 수 있는 걸로 이제 기반을 좀 다졌는데 확실히 지금 네온 레이지 같이 프랙처에서 투엔트리가 막 그렇게 많이 나오는 편은 아니라서 거기서 저희가 상대 리테이크에 좀 많이 좀 힘들어했던 것 같습니다. 그래도 잘 이겨서 다행입니다.
Well, when it comes to the comps that we've been running, we actually didn't really play a lot of Fracture ever since it came out, and we didn't have a lot of options to kind of comp test through given the time. So I think this comp was a lot of the comps that teams were running these days in scrims, and we thought this might be the one that we could maybe run. In terms of what happened in the second half, we didn't really expect Ray's Neon double duelist from the side of PRX or to face up against that type of comp. So I think we struggled a bit with stopping them and stopping them with the retakes as well, but I'm really happy that we were able to push it through. Now, thank you very much, Slokunen, and best of luck.
Ooh, overtime right on the first map of Fracture. This match we expected to deliver, and that is exactly what we wanted to see, as the casters mentioned, over in the grand finals in Master Santiago.
Yeah, I mean, welcome back, Fracture. What an introduction again for this map. And like they said, this is the kind of matchup we want to see between these two teams. Overtimes, massive multi-kills, an ace from Jing. I think this match had everything so far.
You got to kick yourself as PRX though. You had Jing put on a clinic on his signature agent, and you got one of your best maps here historically coming back into the pool against a team that has never won it before, and you had it stolen right out from under you.
Yeah, I mean, losing in overtime always sucks, especially when they know there was probably 3 rounds in there where they win it if they don't whiff at certain points. I mean, that's not something we're ever normally saying about PRX, but Nongshim really took every advantage they could get. They pounced on all of PRX's mistakes using this old school Breach Teo comp. Francis back on the Breach, a real home for him, or it used to be. You know, big change from that Yoru, but he did a great job, and you know, full credit to Nongshim for getting this map across the line.
Yeah, I feel like this match was basically what, or this map rather, is exactly what we expect from this kind of match. And you just look at Nongshim and how they're able to really take these duels. It's the kind of duels that I would have expected PRX to be unafraid of, but suddenly you feel like Nongshim are just always one step ahead of them in those tiny, tiny moments. And these performances that we're seeing from all of these players, I just love seeing Nongshim with this renewed kind of confidence. They know that this is actually their stage. They knew it when they walked out with that trophy.
I mean, they're just playing excellent Valorant at the moment. I don't even necessarily think they're playing the best current comp for the meta or anything like that. Like, Breach Teo is not what it used to be, but even kind of playing a comp like that they actually played a year ago on this map when they didn't necessarily get as much success, they're still just able to trust their fundamentals, and their players are in excellent form.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of Breach once again because Fracture just invites this agent, right?
Yeah.
But do you think that this is something that teams are scrambling to put together, or that this is really the agent for this?
I mean, I think Breach is not in a strong place right now. Everybody knows it, but the util just fits the map so well. It's, you know, the stun is exactly the width of these lanes, the aftershock forcing you out of positions. It has a lot of good options here.
Yeah, this was a beautiful round as well. The off angle on the lockdown placed down by Devi, and the Teo missiles aren't able to deal with it, which forces Nongshim out of the site. We have gone from shooty, bang, bang, double duelist meta, maybe into more intricate utility and more kind of small decisions making the difference in some of these rounds, at least where double ED matchups are concerned.
Yeah, but when you see these two teams together, you expect a shooty bang. But it's so great also to see all of this macro coming into play, which we saw a lot of from Nongshim, especially on the defense.
An absolute clinic from Nongshim in terms of how to play top side, bottom side, on Fracture. Very fast retake, very high kind of gamble stacky setups. They leave sites open with the Cypher utility. They often kind of crunch different sides together. You see it here, you know, you get the full execute on the B side, courtesy of PRX. Ivy and RB push bottom side with the A main control that's coming from the other side. They crunch that bottom side and catch PRX off guard, and you saw them doing this on the defense all half long.
Yeah, I mean, I thought their defensive side was incredibly well put together, and you saw PRX got the advantage in a lot of those rounds, but the macro was so good from Nongshim. They often pen them in, fast retake, put PRX in uncomfortable positions to be able to recover those disadvantages and really run up that lead in that first half.
Yeah, Fracture is a map that just kind of breaks all of the traditional rules of how you play attack FPS. You know, it is very much the kind of map where you need to be very mobile, you need to be moving around the map. This is the other highlight that I wanted to put together as well. We have Francis versus something on the Neon, Francis on the Breach. As you mentioned, the Yoru guys, in this current meta, do you just play a different duelist, or do you convert yourself into a flash Enit? And you could see the differences between these two players here.
Yeah, I mean, I thought Francis did a great job. It's a big adjustment from Yoru to Breach, but he supported Danby perfectly and held his own in terms of firepower. So exciting stuff for Nongshim.
And shout out to something. That's his first game on the Neon, and he actually did pretty well. He was often putting together really good op highlights on the defense as well.
Yeah, it's incredibly amazing how these players are so quick to adapt, but it's also because their cores are just so strong. Nongshim have been playing together for a really long while, and of course, PRX have been as well. So I believe we're gonna send it to the stage, send it over to Jen, who is standing by with Alex, and we're gonna hear his thoughts on how that map went down.
Down here with Coach Alex of PRX. Now, Alex, despite the loss, the Raze Neon double duelist on Fracture left a huge impact in the game. Just wanted to quickly ask you about something on the Neon, because, you know, when did the decision come through? How much time did he have to practice? Because you guys had less than 3 weeks since Master Santiago, and he looks super comfortable on that agent.
Yeah, I think we had maybe 5 days. He's been practicing 5 days. Can be better. I think he needs to use shotguns a little bit more. But I think it was pretty good, all things considered.
Okay. Thank you so much, and good luck on Split.
Thank you.
I mean, 5 days of practice, and then you're up against
Alright.
what everybody knows is pretty much the best Neon in the world at the moment.
Yeah, he's done pretty well for himself. Honestly, I was impressed because you've seen other kind of agent debuts lately from something. We highlighted it before we went into this game. Not just a Yoru guy. He's had to be very, very different with his agent pool lately.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so excited to see Split again. This is a rematch from the Grand Finals when Nongshim took this map 13-4, and I think we have to talk about something. In that Split game, it was a diabolical performance. 1 kill. He's going to rewrite that, I'm sure, as we have the agent selects coming in. PRX sticking with double duelists, but no Yoru. Something on the Jet here, so that's pure comfort for the man.
And they're going to fill the void of the flashes by pivoting from the Fade to the Sky, like many teams are doing. Over on the side of Nongshim Red Force, though, they've made the easy adjustment of Francis onto the Waylay, so not just a Flash init player. He's going to move over from the Yoru onto a very popular pick of the Neon Waylay. We expected to see a lot of it, actually, in Pacific. A lot of people have been touting this comp as the best comp in this current meta, but so far in Pacific, we've seen a lot more flexibility. In fact, this might be one of the first times we're seeing it.
Big expectations on the Frey lane.
Lots of adjustments, and in such little time as well. We are going to go into Split once more and toss it over to our casters, Paper Thin and Achilles.
Alrighty, a map 2 with Nongshim in the lead, looking for perfection once again over PRX. We'll see if they're going to be able to replicate that. Are we going to do this every time? I guess so. I'm going to clap either way, but let's see. PRX can turn things around. The split back at Santiago was an absolute travesty from them. Only the 4 rounds won. Looking to rewrite the script here. Our second day of stage 1.
And this is sort of a comfort composition for PRX. Their second most played composition on Split is the one you're seeing here. With the Jet Rays, the Sky, the Omen, the Viper. They did actually play this comp last year, believe it or not, against RRQ. They lost with it, but so this is something that, you know, the coaching staff feels comfortable with. Obviously, the players should hopefully feel comfortable with. I think in general, just PRX, frankly, probably lost Fracture because they had a couple of just whiffy rounds.
Yeah. Lost them severely. All falling. Get the spot on here on plenty of players. Meanwhile, Forsaken just going to be overwhelmed and taking down Francis. A double dash entry opens up this A site. Looking to try to take point. Blazers back of that one, but does end up getting blinded up. The paranoia from RB. Well to stave them off their screens. Push through the walls. Francis. Wasn't coming away with that. Now the spot out, Debbie trying to get the slide in. Something does manage to keep Jing protected, but a little jump peek in the right click. We'll have him dead on the floor. Something now. Last one standing, overwhelmed and outnumbered. He will fall. It's going to be another pistol over to Nongshim.
Yeah, they're just able to get past kind of that attempted little trap play at the top of ramp. Forsaken cleanly as Francis. Love to see this from his POV. Here we go. Thank you. Nice. Quick hit and bait. Nice little prowler here from Xros to counter. So that Sky util, even though you probably feel like you should have had Dami there with that Trailblazer to lead you in.
Sure.
What are we, Moon Base Alpha now? Did you get that reference?
I don't.
Ah.
Francis doesn't get his kill either. Lucky on the board. Will happily collect that one. Meanwhile, Jing still trying to play forward. That man to use, but it's only going to find his mattering damage. Meanwhile, once again, Devi going to be taken down the top of ramp. Dambi looking for a little bit more, but runs out of bullets, and Forsaken will be able to take him out of the equation. Lucky in hand. Absolutely wreak havoc. These Nongshim players. Clean little tap, though, to find that headshot. Still 2 Guardians in the mix. Forsaken, he's going around the world. His way through sewers.
Trying to fake like he's coming from screens.
Coming through. For now, no eyes dialed in on this position, but he's going to have to be quick with the kills. Spot on the one, he's looking for them both. Knows exactly where they're at, but he cannot find it. Goes for the further ranged player. And RP is not going to take enough damage to fall to the wayside. Cheeky little attempt there from Forsaken, but ends up coming up short.
Yeah, the mind games are good. The gun just isn't. That's just all there is to it. He makes what is usually the right call. Like, if you're going to win that situation, you got to go for the far player first. But you have a classic. I mean, it's just one of the worst possible guns to have in that situation outside of a shotgun. Still, decent damage done again on an eco by PRX. They can capitalize a little bit. It's going to be the typical accoutrement here for Nongshim. Double shotguns, though. Francis on the way lane, he seems to be favoring those buckets.
Coming out wide. Double dash into the Devi's open arms, and Francis will fall. Again, the Bucky not to ring out. Now Devi doubling up. RB going to be taken down. Now the spike is stranded. This was a bizarre gameplay here from Nongshim, still invading in even after losing out on their entry power. How are you meant to really try to recover this one? Going to have to be brute force, firepower.
You cannot push this corner as PRX. Please don't. You know there's a shotgun in his hands. Like, you just know it. Patience.
There will be patience on display. How long is the question, but for now, Albi just going to be holding his own there in garage. Jing at the same time, his own shotgun at the ready. Quick little greeting here to Ivy and X-Ross. Cannot withstand the might of the judge.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, doesn't really have much left to do. Rotate into mid, can maybe grab up one of his fallen teammates' weapons. Envy is here for the cover. Spotted out. And Bucky at that range, not going to be able to find it. So flawless here in the anti-bonus. PRX get themselves on the board.
Yeah, I mean, just, yeah, kind of a head scratcher of a round from Nongshim. Kind of a disjointed attack that Devi, oh, they dashed in right before that smoke landed. So Devi got the peek onto Francis, was able to eliminate him. Yeah, easy money for Jing.
Nice boys, nice boys.
Still nice, good flawless. Keep things very much economically stable for PRX. Wow, more shotguns.
Here we go again. Judge and the Bucky back into the mix is something. Pulling away, not looking to play within that smoke any longer. At the same time, about to have a whole world of pressure pushed down upon him. No one on that vent side, but now just the check. Haunt, however, will. There's that out. Meanwhile, something making plenty of noise from Male, so they know this is going to be at least a double stack from PRX. Francis, planted here.
PRX really trying to make contact.
That refract at the ready, the paranoia through. Francis taking that space up and being heaven. Not able to find anything so far, but Jing will be able to shut him down. In fact, as something's able to come away with a second little kill. Trade back is there, so no player advantages on either side. The 3v3 as the spike gets brought forward by RB. Snake bite as well as the paint shell going to be lobbed in. Dombi taken down, but Ivy with that trade. We'll find Jing, so now a 2v2, but the spike is not planted, and both Nongshim players widely just contained here behind the pillar. RB with a fake attempt.
30 seconds
by Ice tracked in on that angle, and RB managing the strike. He spotted them both, giving that information over to Envy. He takes it now, down to a 1v1. Flash up and over the top, and RB not getting caught by it, but Envy, woo, steadies the aim and finds a Red Bull clutch to tie it up 2-2.
Much needed from Envy there. A little bit weird to me. You have kind of the hold it pillar there for PRX. You know they're stuck behind it. They want to group up, but then they kind of split up and they come under, you know, Devi drops down under the rope, pays the price. Oh, Ivy just spamming through smokes, catches Jing in the head. But Envy good for his 20th clutch.
Oh, obviously, almost all of those came while he was on Team Secret. As Dombi, uncharacteristic, complete whiff with the Bucky. Jing Those unscathed still stuck in this corner.
One enemy remaining.
They just mow them down one after the other. Nongshim just throwing bodies at the problem. And they all end up paying the iron price.
That's just one of those moments where it's like, well, if the Bucky no work, then the round no work. He just assumed.
Yeah. And then even with the paranoia, playing such tight angles, Jing still has the vision. They have the covering fire from Indy as well.
I just love how Domby's so confident that he just is like, well, this shot is just either going to hit or it's not, and I'm just going to go for the next target. He's back. I mean, I think he's only used shotguns in pretty much every round except the pistol. Not a judge. Close to a bunch of ults for a lot of different players. Envy, Devi, Domby, Xross, RB, Francis.
Back on the weak side of the map. Smash forward, Devi. Necessarily spotted here, but does manage to swiftly exit back over to screens. Shorty in hand. Like a readjustment. Meanwhile, Ivy about to be under some fire perhaps, but he'll be able to find both players, Envy and Jing, both taken down on the flank. That is a massive win for Ivy, as Nongshim look to tie this up. Work it out for him, Devi able to find one. It's RP lurking down below, Forsaken, getting the information a bit too late, and something, given that he's got this operator in hand, needs to find a kill sooner rather than later, otherwise this is going to have to be an abandoned and save from PRX.
Toxins going up.
Push forward, can't get the shorty out fast enough. Something not able to find the first shot and will just be overwhelmed, corralled in as RP gets the catch, and Nongshim hit things neck and neck.
This is just Ivy, tremendous awareness, and he's kind of the unsung hero at times for Nongshim. You know, oftentimes you're looking at those duelists, Domby, Francis, but Ivy so aware on this backside of, you know, how quick PRX will capitalize when they know that you're just fast flooding into a site when you're hitting quick. He's got 2 down, easy peasy. You have a bunch of ults, pits available on either side. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness, what a shot!
Oh my god.
And the refill of space, Nongshim. Bit of a slow start for them on the map, but now seemingly waking up a bit, but Devi still here. Some spam as he tries to go for this walkout, but just gets spotted. Xraw spotting the head, claiming him. Plan now to come through a 2v4 Forsaken.
Spike planted.
Trying to play off this flash, and RP is not ready for him to be so far forward, but Forsaken's not ready for Xraw to just re-peek the angle. Now Indy completely contained, getting zapped to death. Just stuck at screens. Fights back for one more, but Xross gets himself a 3K, and Nongshim get the lead.
Curious to see if there's a pause of the clock. Yep, thought so. You got to talk a little bit here about how much space you're giving up at A ramp. Something PRX is doing well early on. I mean, in some ways that feels a little bad, man, because RB hits a nasty one right as the angle's being taken by something, but he was going to get hit by that relay bolt. Could have dashed out, I suppose, if he could hit the shot.
Timeout.
To maybe readdress how you want to control some of that space. So maybe talking about, you know, pushing Envy up from the site itself in towards A main to use some of that Sky util to gain a little bit of extra territory there. You know, the B retakes have looked pretty good, so you can lock down A ramp here as PRX. I think you're gonna reestablish your macro control that we saw there when they were able to string those 3 rounds together.
Not really doing too well for PRX. A rare sight on that opening map. See if Alex can start running back that conversion rate we're seeing from him throughout kickoff as well as at Master Santiago.
Yeah, he's been really impactful. He's had to come through and made some really nice adjustments, got the boys back into fighting shape, and honestly, I felt pretty good there for a while for PRX. I'm like, man, they look disciplined, they're making some good reads, but these fast hits that Nongshim is playing have just worked a treat. Now, if you can eliminate Ivy in his mid lurk, give yourself a better chance at this one. Oh, he's
Swings in, it's just a clean one tap. But Envy on the floor. Ives on the approach. Something considering that push in the mid, but Ivy just going to be staying tucked away over towards that sewer side. Meanwhile, Dambi swinging the corner, and Jing is a little bit faster on the draw with that Phantom in hand. Does manage to find the kill, and now a Judge going to be scooped up by Forsaken. Swaps it over so the Jing trying to close the gap with the blast packs. That shotgun to use, but now Ivy going to be activated. This approach, meanwhile, there's something on a flank of his own as Jing sailing in. Finds one, nearly gets a second. Forsaken should be able to clean it up, but no Extros. Snappy with a headshot, and now it is all down to something. The second knife able to connect. Updraft up and over the top, and somehow he didn't get the spot out. In the corner though. Does manage to finish him off. Fight gonna be lobbed in, but I think it might have fallen short. Or something just disrespecting it. Waited it out. That's more than enough for Ivy to capitalize and find the win. So once again, a lot of damage dealt in these thrifty attempts from PRX, but they just cannot get over that final hurdle.
I mean, again, the Ivy just so reliable there on those lurks, getting that player advantage. By the way, if Jing gets the second kill here, he gets his showstopper.
It should have been them sealing the deal on the round. It's a bit of damage, horrible there.
Yeah.
All too easy for Ivy. Collect that final shot.
Toxins going up.
Prowler. Only Prowler.
Ada one.
Either one.
Find you.
Can dog this later. That's the big guy. Can dog this? Carry Ramjay.
Yeah, just doggy dog.
He's still in mid, still in mid. Nothing me, dog.
Lucian playing this one very slowly, trying to keep PRX guessing. They're on the trailblazer for now. PRX, 3 players in the correct position. Boombot to lead the way. Jing, as you mentioned, that showstopper now online with his death in the previous round, and with all these players collected and stacked up in A main, this could be colossal. You can find the right timing.
I'm just holding my breath.
Wall raised, the walk over. Jing able to find the peak. Showstopper lobbed in! Massacres 2 more! Tries to plant his feet and find Ivy. Will be able to trade one back, but that is such significant damage dealt. A massive start to the round here from Jing. They try to tighten the gap.
30 seconds left.
Just one round separating. Pop flash around, back of the map, goodbye. They're gonna play off of that one, finds the one, Envy gets the other, and PRX will be able to find the round win.
This is certainly kind of it looks like, if you're thinking about this as like a bad decision from Nongshim, because the Boombot was there, you know that the Raze is there, you know you've got a showstopper, but they're trying to play against the tendencies of PRX here. They're trying to just be patient, not show anything, but PRX actually has been really patient on this map so far. They're doing a really good job of waiting things out, confirming presence before they move their defaults. And so that works against Nongshim, who's trying to outweight. That's why they get caught in that showstopper. So again, patience, the name of the game.
Jump peek to try to play something in on the angle. Now be around the corner.
Hello, ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ ਭਾਜੀ।
Wind has now expired. Something.
ਭਾਜੀ ਸੁਣੀ ਨਾ ਆਰਡਰ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਮੈਂ ਸਵੀਗੀ ਤੋਂ ਤੇ ਪੇਮੈਂਟ ਕਰਨੀ ਸੀ ਤੇ ਐਪ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸ਼ੋ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ ਕੋਈ ਆਰਡਰ ਦੀ ਡਿਟੇਲ।
Make his way back around the corner as the Nightfall goes across. Only hitting onto the jet and something. He's slipping the net. Push forward into the smoke here behind them. Somebody off guard. Ends up making his exit. As the buy arrives out from Robin, cutting down the other 2. And this is brilliant from PRX.
It's brilliant from something. They try to catch him on the way out. He knows he's tagged by the tether from the Nightfall. Kind of uses that against him. He's cutting right in as they're going to be looking to try to follow it, as well as a really timely poison cloud from Divide that allows him to slip the net there and get behind him. Yeah, it leaves Forsaken a little bit isolated, but it creates so many problems for Nongshim in terms of figuring out who's where did something go. You know there's going to be somebody up at heaven, like there's all these problems trying to get in. It was so smart.
Old murder mystery, trying to follow the footsteps. Yeah. And you realize that they loop back around behind you. You turn around, and there's the murderer. Something with an op.
10 seconds left.
It's like in Harry Potter when they have that map and the footsteps just disappear, and you're like, what does that mean?
Yeah, where did he go? Mischief managed here for PRX. As Ivy just going to be holding on to that Vandal back across the opposite side of the map. Economy for Nongshim starting to get very wonky. PRX not allowing for Nongshim to get away from them this time.
Did anybody have Jing on their build div team today?
I have no idea.
Because he is going nuclear.
I'm praying that no one does.
I know I didn't. I had Devi and Forsaken.
I have just Forsaken. He's not doing me any favors right now on this one.
No.
But Nongshim feeling the pressure as things get tied up. Won't be using their first time out.
It's been rough for the duelists. I'll give PRX that. They've kept those players at bay. I mean, they haven't been really falling for any of the shotgun shenanigans. They've been taking some off angles that they can kind of catch the entries pretty well. For the most part, not always, but doing a reasonable job on their defender side against a tricky double duelist with the Neon Waylay. Something that obviously you're seeing a lot right now. Everyone, at the very least, everybody's talking about it. You're seeing a lot of the other regions. It's the first time we've actually seen it in Pacific so far. Granted, we're only on the second day, but this is kind of that comp that you're going to be anticipating to see a lot more of. So, for what it's worth, you got to feel pretty confident right now as PRX. You're holding your own here on a map that kind of will be close to attacker sided with the comp that Nongshim is running. So, back into shotgun shenanigans. Operator still there for something. Taken, challenging. Wow, I can't even believe he gets one.
Yeah. That kill, but Francis does manage to too fast enough to come up with that kill. Lobs it to saturate over towards the vibe. Comes down off the raft fast enough to avoid it. Dami playing ring around a Rosie.
My money is deducted from my bank account, but in the towing app doesn't order is not received. आगे हाँ जी ਹੈਲੋ ਹਾਂਜੀ ਭਾਜੀ ਹੁਣ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਆਰਡਰ ਰਿਸੀਵ ਹੋਇਆ ਹੋਣਾ ਅੱਛਾ ਟੋਇੰਗ ऐप के थ्रू क्या अपना क्या कहते हैं हाफ राडा चिकन है 4 तंदूरी रोटी और एक बटर चिकन बॉल है बटर चिकन राइस बॉल ये हाँ जी